So we are in a small break here between sets. Billy Stubbs won the first set of the finals, which means it's all even up now, and it is one set to decide the 2012 World Champion. We are in Houston, Texas at SRO, a wonderful facility. This event has been brought to you by UNAP, United Air Hockey Players, led by Brian Acrocco. Has an excellent team of folks, promoters here in Houston that has put together a great event. We're really happy that we've got so many folks watching out there on Ustream. If you're more interested in air hockey, please go to airhockeyworld.com. It's a great place to find other players, to get tips, to read articles, and find out more about air hockey. Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to send a chat. We'd love to answer them. Myself, Tim Weissman, and Will Upchurch are here in the broadcasting booth, being helped out by Mark Nizzi from Colorado. So, Will? What would you say have been the most surprising matches of the tournament?
Most surprising matches of the tournament so far. Well, we should mention that early on in this tournament, Venezuelan player beat Jose Mora, three-time national champion. I think it was in the second round of this tournament, and that played havoc with the losers bracket, with people having to play someone of Jose's caliber 2 to 4 rounds earlier than they normally would have. So that's probably the most significant match of the tournament, in my opinion, in terms of in terms of the effect, the impact that it had on who was playing whom throughout the brackets.
Absolutely, and Jose Mora has been plagued by some injuries of late, and even still, we watched him play in a lot of other matches, and he looked pretty good. It was very surprising that the Venezuelan Paulo,
yes.
Paulo defeated him, put him in the losers bracket. Jose then definitely wreaked havoc in the losers bracket, and it's one of the reasons why seed is so important in these tournaments. This is there was a trial this year for both of the world championships to use the air hockey ratings versus the rankings to seed the event. The air hockey rankings are based on and then followed up by challenge matches. In air hockey, you can challenge someone ahead of you on the rankings, and then they have to play at least one challenge match a month against the highest player who has challenged them. If you lose a challenge match, the challenger then takes your ranking, and everybody else moves down one. You move down one. So for years and years, air hockey. I'll hold for a second. For years and years, air hockey has used the challenge match system to determine where players are ranked, and then used that ranking to determine how to seed the tournaments. This year, rating system that is modeled after the ELO rating systems like chess and in other sports. Not necessarily that chess is a sport, but in other types of activities like that.
Yeah, I think the rating system produced more accurate seeds than a ranking system would have. And the reason for that is because the ranking system only ranks players who play in the tournaments rather than all players worldwide.
Right, and I agree with you, except for in the circumstance of the Venezuelans. The Venezuelans weren't necessarily seeded correctly because they just didn't have proper ratings.
Yeah, we also had that problem about a decade ago, well, in 1998, whenever unknown players come and they turn out to be better than we thought, it's hard to place them where we should. I'm not sure one system has an advantage in rating or ranking unknown players. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
We've got 4-2 Ehab.
Ehab is known for his left while under cross straight attack. Those shots complement each other very well. The left while under is going to go, for a right-handed player, the left while under is going to go in. The left while under is going to go in under their right-hand side, and then the cross straight is going to come across on their left side. Like that was a cross straight, which Ehab just shot on Billy. And Billy, of course, is on the near side of the screen, and Ehab is on the far side of the screen.
For those of you that just joining us, we are in the second set of this national finals. Billy won the first set out of the losers bracket to force this set. Now, whoever wins this set wins the tournament. Billy Stubbs and Ehab Shoukry, both two-time world champions. So one of them will come out of this set with a third world championship, putting them in good company with only about 5 or 6 other players who have won more than 2.
6-6. 6-6 is really where champions are made, where they're forged. You've got to be able to win 6-6 games. Everything's on the line. Billy goes for left while under, goes for a right while over, and goes for the right while under.
Just an incredible attack by Billy. He attacked both sides of Ehab's goal there, and Ehab really didn't stand a chance of blocking that last shot the way that Billy had been executing. So Billy's up 1-0 and is now 3 games away from his third world title. He won his second world title in May in Las Vegas, 17 years after winning his first.
Yep, and that's just once again a testament to Billy's work ethic and desire to make a serious effort to raise his game through practice and study. He's taken a few players under his wing in Chicago and helped them develop enough into pro and ultra pro level players so that he's got great practice partners.
Yeah. The high level play here in these finals, I mean, there's rarely a finals where the play isn't high, but I think part of it is a testament to the fact that these are 2 of the most athletic players in the sport. They're in better shape than many of the other top players, and so their games haven't deteriorated over the course of 4 grueling days of air hockey.
Yeah, and Billy in particular. Billy, if you had seen him a year and a few months ago, he had probably another 40 pounds on him. He's many people thought that maybe he lost too much weight. He looks so different than he used to look, but he's definitely in great shape now. And again, Ehab is on the near side of the screen, and Billy is on the far side of the screen. Billy goes for an over the mallet bank. Goes for another over the mallet right wall. And Ehab with a cross straight. It's interesting, the game pace has slowed a little bit.
Yep. You think these players are feeling some nerves right now?
They might be. It might be nerves, or it might be just finally settling in, trying to focus in on what they want to do. But you could be right. I mean, they're definitely both nervous.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Billy is one of the best players in the sport at hiding his nerves.
Yeah.
You know that he's extremely nervous because his hand is shaking, but he has a very calm and collected look on his face. That was a cut straight. Notice that Billy's mallet went off to the right-hand side, but the puck went off to the left side of Ehab's goal.
Billy gets another possession. Every possession's so crucial here. When we talk about possession, we mean you've got control of the puck on your side of the table, that it's not just flying around.
Yep. And that would be what we would call a a turnover. The puck goes off the table, and now Ehab has possession. And yes, possessions as well as possession time is so important in air hockey.
Yeah, one reason possession time is so important. I mean, we're not a timed sport like football, but it gives you more opportunity to probe your opponent's defense, more opportunity to execute your attacks, and keeps your opponent from doing the same to you.
Correct. Billy going with a right wall over, barely misses. He goes for the cut. Again, that was another cut shot. Cut straight.
Ehab tries a cut, just misses off the goal. Billy did move out of the way for it. And that's a really good improvisation by Ehab there with the forehand, left wall under. These players, as you can see, it's very methodical. Like you said, there's not a lot of time delays, not a lot of the deception is coming from shot selection, and so sometimes you have to mix that up. You can get in a little rut, especially if your offense is succeeding, and that one or two moments of creativity per game can give you an edge.
So left wall under, and then a cross straight by Ehab to tie it up at 5-5. Again, champions are forged at the end of these games. And Billy gets a right wall over.
Yeah, and by no means think that having a 6-5 lead is in any way safe, as if you can give up a point and still have the puck. Every player that you ask would much rather score that 7th point without going to 6-6, even with offenses like this.
Yeah, if Ehab scores a point here and puts it to 6-6, the pressure on Billy triples. And Billy goes for left wall under, gets the second game. The crowd reacts in enthusiastic applause.
And that's about as much emotion as you're ever going to see Billy Stubbs give during a match. I mean, they call him the machine not only because he executes programs, but because he's very calm and collected.
Right. Well, he is the outward appearance of such.
Yeah.
But he has nerves going through him.
Absolutely. It looks like the quick pace of this match is going to continue as both players just step up to the table and they're ready to go. At some point, does one of them have to take some time and figure out what to do?
Yeah, I mean, if I were in Ehab's shoes, I would have taken 2 minutes. Again, if you're just joining us, we're at the 2012 World Air Hockey Championships here in Houston, Texas at SRO. It's brought to you by Air Hockey Promotions, led by Brian Acrocco and his team. Put on a great event here. We will soon crown the 2012 World Champion for air hockey.
To thank some of the sponsors of this tournament, Luggage and Leather, as well as Valley Dynamo, who manufactures the tables that you see us playing on all weekend long, and GFX Wraps is responsible for all of the signage and the visual design that you see across the tournament site. And if you want to, you're watching this stream, of course, on ProTableSports.com. If you want to learn more about air hockey, you can visit airhockeyworld.com. We've got videos of classic matches. We've got forums where you can interact with the top players in the sport who will give you tips and tricks to make your game better, no matter what level of player you are. We'd like to thank Ustream as well for featuring us on the front page this weekend. and bringing a lot of you viewers here to experience air hockey for the first time. A couple more here at goalgrinder.com. Go to goalgrinder.com for air hockey shirts, hats, and other paraphernalia. And finally, we would like to extend a big thanks to SRO, the sports bar in Houston, Texas, that has allowed us to have this tournament.
Okay, and we're in the match. We were 3-2 with Billy. Got a cross straight there. That was a cross straight by Ehab Shoukry. Billy goes for the cut, but Ehab is right there to defend it.
It's 3-3. Typically down 0-2 in a match, you want to come out really strong. There's a huge difference, obviously, between being down 1-2 and 0-3.
Absolutely.
But Billy's doing a good job of just, what Billy wants to do right now is manage the game.
That was sort of just a slop shot deflection that went in. Really gives Billy an advantage here. 5-3 now, Billy. This is, in my opinion, a must-win game. By this game, I think the curtains are coming down. Note about Ehab is that he defeated Danny Hines today, 4-3, which was quite a surprise. And Billy 3-0. Billy needs one more game to win. Danny Hines. Danny Hines is a 10-time world champion. Clearly one of the best players in the history of the sport. And traditionally, he loses to Danny. So the fact that Ehab beat Danny today was somewhat surprising and put Ehab in the position that he is to have a chance to win.
You say the curtains are coming down on Ehab here, but Ehab is certainly not thinking that way himself. Through his mind right now, though.
That's a great question. What goes through anyone's mind when they're down 3-0 and the World Championship is on the line? I think one thought might be, boy, I don't want to go down 4-0.
Yeah.
I want to make a fight of it. I want to show that I'm a competitor and I'm not just going to fold. And I don't expect Ehab to fold at all.
Me neither. We've talked all weekend on this broadcast about adjustments that players make during games and during matches. Do you expect to see Ehab make a big adjustment here, or just keep playing the game that got him where he is?
I don't expect him to make many adjustments. It's hard to adjust against Billy's offense. He's hitting you from all over the place. There was a right wall over that went under. And again, Billy it's like Billy just takes the puck and then just puts it in. Oh, a wonderful left wall over by Ehab there.
That's a shot we haven't seen Ehab hit much this match. So he's
Ehab with the cross straight. Ehab looks like he's trying to up the pace a little. They're going to sand the puck. Sometimes the puck will start dragging in the middle of a game, so the player will ask to sand it.
Yeah, it was a little unfortunate for Ehab. He had a little momentum going there, and I think that kind of took him out of it.
And a left wall over. Billy killed me on that left wall over in our match. It just seemed like every time he shot it, I couldn't block it. He goes for it again, but misses it.
Yeah, Billy's a big believer in shooting a shot until it's blocked. And so
I'm a huge believer too.
Yeah, so am I. And I think most of the successful top players are. And sometimes you shoot it after it's blocked because
absolutely, because that's not the first thing they think is going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, in air hockey, in many ways, it is a sophisticated game of rock paper scissors, and you want to be the person dictating what's happening in that game, as opposed to letting your opponent dictate it. And Billy here with a cross straight and takes 4-3. Oh.
Billy Stubbs is now 2 points away from winning this tournament.
Ehab scored on himself. at a crucial point. 6-3. Looks like it's over here. And an off-speed right while under. Ehab's not going to give up. But Billy wins.
Congratulations to Billy Stubbs, his second World Championship victory this year.
Yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. He took control in that set and dominated.